What is up, everybody? I don't go live much anymore because, quite frankly, it's not the most powerful way of doing video anymore. But I still think there's value in it. I still think there's value in streaming this. I think I have this going to like 8 different places. Why am I here today? The reason I am here is because I just got incredibly bad feedback from a webinar that I did. And so I wanted to jump on as I'm going through the emotions of being frustrated, right? Being angry, but also trying to keep a level head and not miss opportunities to learn and grow. And so I wanted to give us 4 things that I do when I get bad feedback or a bad comment on a post. And this one specifically said, I found your presentation a waste of time and offensive. I found your presentation a waste of time and offensive. And so I think it's important to come on here and talk about this because it's so easy for us to go, see, this is why I don't put myself out there. This is why I don't do more video, because I don't want to have to deal with this. So, right, like our choices are, we can choose to not show up because of the fear of a bad comment, a negative response, or we realize that there's always going to be naysayers and negative people that we have to work through to ultimately accomplish what we want. And so I want to give us 4 things, 4 takeaways for me that I'm going through right here in the moment when you deal with bad reviews, when you deal with negative content or negative comments. And guys, here's the first thing for me. Don't overreact, right? That is the first thing that I always tell myself is, bro, there were 900 people on this call. Do not knee-jerk react. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And so I do my best when I get negative feedback, which actually is hardly ever. I'm sure there's more people out there that don't like me, but I just don't tend to hear from those people. And so my first thought when negative feedback comes in is, keep your cool, bro. Do not overreact. I'm not here to say anything bad about this person. That's not what this video is for. So if this person sees this video, there will be no reason that they can find offense from it, because that's not what this is. And so I keep my cool. I don't overreact. The second thing I do is I then consider the source. So the other day, a buddy of mine did a video. This guy came in and started kind of attacking him. And so I jumped in the comments on behalf of my buddy and began to put this guy in his place. And as I began to look this guy up, again, this isn't the guy that said something to me. This is a buddy of mine. The guy's picture on TikTok is a parrot. He's never posted a video. And guys, these are the people that typically show up and have negative things to say. I've never had someone I respect from our industry ever say something negative to me, ever. It's always these people that hide behind their profiles, that aren't doing anything themselves. They're not trying to be better. And so I always consider the source. In my buddy's case, it was garbage because this dude was just looking to be offensive to people. In my case, I don't know this guy yet. I don't know who he is. I've never met him. I don't know what company he's with. And so I have to consider the source. I just sent him an email about 20 minutes ago apologizing for wasting his time and offending him. And then I asked him if he wouldn't mind sharing with me why he felt those things, because I'm always looking to be better. And so I don't want to write off someone because my ego gets in the way, right? I've worked for people in the past that were very ego driven, and they just develop yes men and yes women around them that if you're not willing to kiss their butt, they're going to get rid of you. And I don't ever want to be that person. We can't grow when we're that person. And so we've got to consider the source, because some negative feedback could be beneficial to you, but other negative feedback is just a negative person wanting to be mean to somebody else. And so the source is really important. The third thing is, I've always been taught to eat the fish and spit out the bone. I truly believe that there is opportunity to grow through every negative feedback, even stupid stuff, right? Like, even if somebody showed up on my video and made fun of me for my weight, there's a level of truth in there that I've got some weight to lose, and I could choose to use that constructively or not. But eat the fish and spit out the bones. Are you good at this? Are you good at allowing negative things to be said or done? And instead of overreacting, instead of jumping to conclusions, your first thought is, what truth is inside of what they said? So hopefully I will get an email back from this gentleman, and I will be able to take in his response. And hopefully there will be things that I can go, you know what? I can see that. I can see the way I said that could have been offensive. I understand that maybe I could have been more intentional with this part or that part. And so I'm going to eat the fish and spit out the bones. Receive what you want, but don't receive what you don't. We don't have to believe and agree with 100% of everybody's opinion. We can agree with half of it, and I can grow and get better because of it. And then the biggest piece to all of this, guys, is we have to keep speaking to our people. You have to keep speaking to your people. What I may find is this guy that I offended, he just may not be my people. And that's okay. I can't be everybody's person, right? I don't like everybody the same. I don't take advice from everyone that I know. And so why does this guy need to? This guy doesn't need to like me. His life may be great already. He may be crushing it in the mortgage space. And so do not let these negative moments and these conceived moments where you're like, oh no, but what if this happens? It's okay. It's okay. You're still going to be alive. You're still going to be able to do what you wanted to do that day. We don't have to allow this to cripple us. And I really believe that I don't think I'm doing enough right if I don't have more of these people. All right, I think that I still play it safe at times and am very passive in my content, because if I were a little bit bolder, I would have more people that don't believe what I have to say, but it would also create more passionate people for what I have to say. And so we got to understand this as we're navigating these waters. So the next time you come across a negative comment or bad feedback, remember this video, come back to it, because I'll tell you right now, your people need you. Everybody doesn't need you, but your people do. And so get better and better at speaking to them. Stop worrying about everybody else, and you will get better and better at serving people through your content, and you'll be blown away at the impact. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Hope this finds you well. And if anybody's watching that'll be in Vegas tomorrow, I can't wait to see you there. Bye, everybody.